It's time once again for That Business Show with Jamie Meloni on 1250 Wins WHNZ, where business becomes show business. Now, live in studio and promoting the entrepreneurial spirit that drives the American economy, your host, Jamie Meloni.
Welcome to That Business Show once again here on 1250 WHNZ. It's Working Women Wednesdays, a weekly feature sponsored by Jessica Ravelli's very influential Working Women Wednesdays group. And again, you can find this show and this segment here on weekdays. Well, you find the segment Working Women Wednesdays every Wednesdays at 8 a.m. The show, which speaks to business owners and entrepreneurs, is on weekdays here at 8 a.m. on 1250 WHNZ. So please tune in if you're just finding the show on the air for the first time, as this is a show with a positive message. So please tune in and help support the show and learn more about the show over at my website, TampaBayRadio.com. Got a great show planned for today. Got three guests lined up for you today. We got Jessica Ravelli will be coming on just a moment. She's the CEO and founder with the Working Women Working Women group of Tampa Bay. She'll be talking to us about Equal Pay Day, an event that was going on yesterday and sparked quite a conversation online. And so we'll be talking about equal pay for women here in just a moment. And also we'll be talking with Alex Sink with the Florida Next Foundation, and also a board member with C1 Bank about Give Day Tampa Bay as well, an upcoming event coming up May 5th in the Tampa Bay region. And I'll be joined on the second half of the show by Laura Schaefer, who is also with C1 Bank. So got a great bit of information here on the show today. And let's go ahead and open it up today with Jessica Ravelli, CEO and founder of Working Women of Tampa Bay. Jessica, welcome to the show today.
Good morning, Jamie. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Good. Happy Tax Day.
Oh, yes. I always hate this day. I'll be honest with you, I always file an extension. I never, ever get this stuff on time. My books are incredibly difficult. As people know, I work with the banks, and I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of accounting entries to make, and my accountants just really can't keep up with me. And I was like, I'll pay the penalty, and I'll just file late. It's a bad habit of mine, so my tax day is like in September, but I get around to it eventually, I always say.
There you go. Just even if you file an extension, you can take advantage of those tax day freebies. If you Google tax day freebies, it's all the companies that are giving away free things during tax day. So yeah. It doesn't matter if you file or not. At least you still get to take advantage of those. So
yeah, a lot of people don't know when you sell properties for the banks, you basically become their bank. You pay their bills, the power, water, the rekeys, the trash outs, the evictions, and every week I get 100 bills, and I spend all Saturday and Sunday pretty much doing data entry for my bills and submitting them for reimbursement and all that stuff. So it keeps me pretty busy, and I'm always behind, and I actually have to bring my accountants into my office every other month or so they can help me reconcile my books and catch up, because I'm also selling a couple hundred properties, and so I don't always have time to play with the books, and I like to run a lean operation. But let's get over to what we're talking about with you today. Equal Pay Day that was going on yesterday, and there's actually an article up on Bay News 9 that I was just reviewing that this topic sparked quite a conversation in conjunction with One Spark and an event going on up in Jacksonville for entrepreneurs. But talk to us about Equal Pay Day.
Yeah, so I was invited by Yvonne Fry, who you actually had on the show. We had her on Working Women Wednesdays a couple of weeks ago. She's the chair of the Hillsborough Commission on the Status of Women, and also the Florida Commission on the Status of Women. And Yvonne and Hillsborough Commissioner Sandy Merman worked on a proclamation yesterday that was actually presented yesterday in Hillsborough County in honor of Equal Pay Day. I don't think a lot of people know what Equal Pay Day is all about. It's the point in the year where women actually have to work to catch up with their male counterparts from the year before.
Right.
So based on the statistic of what percentage women make compared to men, that women would have to work basically another 3.5 months to make up for the money that they lost the year before. So that's where Equal Pay Day comes from. Obviously, it's something that's been on the calendar on April 14th for years and years. But what I found was different this year compared to years past is it really seemed like it was a groundswell among women all over the country to talk not so much about equal pay as far as how much they're making to their male counterpart, but more about asking for what they're worth. And we've talked about this for a couple of weeks now on the show on Wednesdays, and it's funny. There seems to be some sort of momentum behind this, where women are really taking a look at what they're worth, whether it's what they're worth in their business or what they're worth to their employer. And so not only was hashtag Equal Pay Day really high up on Facebook and Twitter and the rest of social media yesterday, but another hashtag, which was Ask for More, also made a splash yesterday. And it was about encouraging women to come to the table, especially during job negotiation and then, of course, pay increase negotiations, with a list of what they're worth and why they deserve more money. And I'm really enjoying this conversation because I really feel like working women and women business owners need to know their value and to be able to start asking for their value.
Yeah, I'm up for.
I really felt like that was a part of the conversation yesterday.
Yeah, I'm just reviewing some stats on actually an article on Bay News 9. It says, with regard to this, median yearly pay for a woman working full time is $39,157 compared to $50,033 for a man. So, lost potential income $490 billion annually to the female workforce out there. So, some interesting, disturbing statistics out there, and something I know that the Obama administration has put front and center with the Lilly Ledbetter Act. That I think that was Obama's first bill that he signed into law to put in place an equal pay. But I don't really know a whole lot about that law. But is it making a difference? With the women?
I'll tell you a little bit about that law, Jamie, and maybe Alex, who will be on the phone. With her being a previous candidate and also our former CFO, I'm sure she might know a little bit more. But I really think what was behind that act was making it more public of what women were making. So when she was working in the company, she wasn't able to find out what other people were making, her male counterparts were. And so how can we possibly have equity when we don't know what our male counterpart is making? So that was the first step. The second step is obviously now if women are armed with that information that our male coworkers making 10% more, 20% more, now what do we do about it? And so I think women need to feel empowered that they can go in as long as they're armed with the right information and they truly know the value to the company that they serve, then that's one way that we can move a step forward. But equal pay is very important to the entire country because with so many women becoming the breadwinners in their households, really the future of our economy depends on us being able to ask for what we're worth and get for what we're worth. So that's why the conversation is so important. Obviously, we want equality, but more important, we want the future of America, especially within our families, especially if women are these breadwinners, to be as successful, and so everybody has the American dream. So that's what I think it's all about. And I just really feel like the conversation is steering toward what we as women can do to actually get the money that we're worth. So I would follow, if you look over that hashtag Ask for More, there's really some great tips on pay negotiation, what to do when you're going in to negotiate your pay, negotiate a raise. I think Alex would have some great feedback on this. And then also Laura with C1 Bank. C1 Bank had just instituted in the last year a living wage that impacted, I think, 28 different female employees. So maybe that's something Laura can address as well. So I think you're shaped up for a great day today, and I hope you have a great time with Alex and Laura, and thank you for allowing me to have them on today.
Yeah, absolutely, and thank you very much, Jessica, for checking in this morning here on Working Women Wednesdays on That Business Show. Have a great day, Jessica.
You too. Bye.
And everybody, you can keep the conversation going on social media. Just use the hashtags, hashtag Ask for More and hashtag Equal Pay Day. And again, there's a lot of tips if you just check out those hashtags also on this topic. And again, you're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni. Coming back from the break, we're going to be talking with Alex Sink with the Florida Next Foundation. Also, we'll be talking about a Give Day Tampa Bay, an event coming up on May 5th. So stay tuned. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business.
Are you looking for a local real estate firm that knows the market and has your interests in mind? Then contact Jim McPeak at McPeak Real Estate Firm, a family-owned business whose agents have over 60-plus years of experience in the Tampa Bay market. Many of the agents are military veterans that know the VA process for buying a home and are proud to help our military members in any way they can. From residential to commercial real estate, McPeak Real Estate Firm is here to help. Contact Jim at 813-495-3875 and learn more at McPeakTeam.com.
Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage want you to experience the thrill of one-day underwriting and the comfort in knowing your loans will be clear to close in record time. While the competition looks to a lost closing date, Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage focus on their 12-day clear to close. They do this by utilizing their world-class operations staff to underwrite your loan within 6 hours, process your loan in 12 days, and have your loan closed in time. Underwritten in 6 hours, cleared to close in 12 days. Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage.
Hey there, it's Lynn Wise, the founder of Wise Business Advisors and Contractor Business Alliance. I am a certified value builder advisor, and I help business owners build a company that will allow them to have the business that they dreamed of when they started. Why did you go into business for yourself? I'm sure it was not to work 100 hours a week with no work-life balance and no financial freedom. What am I talking about? I'm talking about building a business that provides value to you and your family now and in the future. You can learn about the 8 essential areas of a business that you must build to have a business that can be an asset for your future. Go to wisebusinessadvisors.com and take the Value Builder score. It is free and will deliver your score immediately on how you are doing on building a valuable business for you and your family. Or call me at 772-834-8513 to learn more about the Value Builder system.
In the market for a reverse mortgage? Contact Access Reverse, a local company with personalized service in the Bay Area. Call them at 727-347-0305 or visit accessreverse.com for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. They'll come to your home and speak with you about the best options for your reverse mortgage. Plus, they offer the lowest closing costs. Don't just get a reverse mortgage. Get the right reverse mortgage with Access Reverse. Visit accessreverse.com. NMLS number 4566. Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
This report is brought to you by Sam's Club. With the Sam's Club membership, you get incredible savings every time you shop. Try their tender boneless pork loin or delicious marinated Alaskan Copper River sockeye salmon and 16-ounce package of organic kale salad medley. Join and save. Sam's Club. Life is better in the club. See Club for details.
From the Bright House Network's Traffic Center.
Still big delays around the intersection of US 301 and Riverview Drive this morning. Also look out for slow traffic northbound 275 from the Howard Franklin Bridge to about Memorial Highway, and southbound Veterans Expressway is stop and go from the Sugarwood Toll Plaza to Waters Avenue. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Uterwick. Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
Today, warm, 30% chance of rain, high 86. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 72. Tomorrow, a 40% rain chance, high 85.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Meloni.
Welcome back, everybody, to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. Catch the show here weekdays at 8 a.m. and learn more about the show over at TampaBayRadio.com. It's Working Women Wednesdays, a weekly feature here on That Business Show, sponsored by the Working Women of Tampa Bay Group. Learn more about them over at WorkingWomenOfTampaBay.com. I want to bring on my second guest for the show, Alex Sink, who served as Florida's elected Chief Financial Officer from 2007 to 2011, where she was responsible for the state's accounting, treasury, and cash management functions, along with insurance agent, licensing, risk management, and consumer services and advocacy. She currently serves on the board of C1 Bank and Verger Capital Management, and actively working with the Florida Next Foundation, focusing on new business startups and entrepreneurism. Alex, welcome to the show today.
Hi, Jamie. How are you?
Great to hear from you again. We had did a show prior, so I appreciate you checking back in with me and staying in touch with the show.
Well, I enjoy receiving your emails and your notifications, and I obviously love all the topics you talk about.
Yeah, and you're definitely right in the same kind of line of fire or line of work here with entrepreneurism. I mean, you're now involved with the Florida Next Foundation, which is brings a forum to new entrepreneurs. So let's talk a little bit about that. Talk to me about what the Florida Next Foundation is, and learn people that are interested in this learn more at floridanext.org. Again, that's the website, floridanext.org. But talk to me about this.
Well, that's right. Our grand vision for Florida is that Florida is a state of innovation. And how do we accomplish that? We accomplish that by inspiring people to be innovative, to be creative, we need to build a new economy for the 21st century, not just rely on the old 20th century model of counting on millions of tourists. We love tourists, of course, or retirees moving to the state, but let's build our own. As you well know, because your program's built around this, we have Florida's a state of small businesses. We need to support growing our own businesses, and what we do is we facilitate conversations with people all around the state and innovation, and one of those innovative projects that came up was what we're talking about today, Give Day Tampa Bay.
Yeah, so let's talk about Give Day Tampa Bay. It's coming up May 5th, and this is an event that's going on. You're doing this in conjunction with a number of sponsors, including C1 Bank. But talk to us about what Give Day Tampa Bay is.
Well, the idea is that it came about when we did 2 years ago. Florida Next sponsored what we call an Impact Forum, which we invite mostly younger people under the age of 40, but not exclusively, to present ideas about ways to improve our community. And two young lawyers stood up and said, we were just doing some research and talking about how Tampa Bay ranks very low in per capita charitable giving. And we should do better. If we're going to live in a thriving community, we need to have a thriving nonprofit and charitable sector. So we cast around and thought, what can we do with this idea? And we discovered a program that had been done in many other cities called Give Day. And what Give Day is, and this year we're having it on Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May, it's 24 hours of giving focused on mobile devices. And what last year, in its first year, more than 300 local charities. Can you believe we have 300 local charities?
Yes, amazing.
Yeah, it's a big economic sector and hires a lot of people. That's more than 300, and this year more than 500 local charities are registered to promote giving in this 24-hour time period, and you choose which charity you're interested in. I would encourage everybody to look at the menu of options, which should already be up on our website. Yeah,
that website is givedaytampabay.org. Again, givedaytampabay.org. But go ahead and continue.
And for as little as a $25 contribution, you can participate. And this year, what we want to do is we want to set the record for mobile device giving around the country. And last year we had over 5,000 people donated, and listen to this number, over $1 million was contributed in a 24-hour period to many local charities. And this year, of course, more people know about it. You're going to get bombarded by media and by requests, and we're hoping to exceed that $1 million number. And isn't that cool for the Tampa Bay area to be recognized as a giving community and supporting just charities all the way from animal rescue to giving away musical instruments to middle school students to United Way. I must say, in addition to C1 Bank, that the Community Foundation of Tampa Bay and United Way Suncoast, along with the Tampa Rays and Homeowners Choice Insurance, have stepped up as our big sponsors this year.
That's incredible. And this is strictly done through mobile devices, then? Am I understanding that correctly?
Excuse me. Not strictly. It can be done by going, going on your computer and going to the website as well.
Okay, so you go over to, again, givedaytampabay.org, and I'm looking on the site right now, and you have a number of different sponsors, and you can find the different categories for the organizations that you want to donate to, correct?
Yes, and one of the we had a story come out last year that a very small nonprofit operating on a very small budget decided to participate, and just a number of random people from around the community got interested in their mission, and I think they raised about $6,000 on that day. And what they were able to do with that $6,000 is turn around and sponsor a larger fundraising event for their organization, and they more than tripled their money.
Wow,
that's why this money is really important, because it can be leveraged into either grants or matching or just more visibility in the community.
That's incredible. Now, through your organization, the Florida Next Foundation, learn more about this organization at floridanext.org. I mean, you have a number of different impact forum series that go on throughout the year that help entrepreneurs. Talk to me a little bit about some of the other events that come up through the year and how you're helping entrepreneurs get their product idea or message out to the community.
Well, we're more of a facilitator and a matcher, and one of the things, our most recent project was, I think you heard Jessica talk about, or maybe he spoke about One Spark.
Yes.
One Spark is a crowdfunding festival that was started in Jacksonville, Florida. I believe this was their third year. Over the course of a 5-day period, more than 300,000 people descended upon Jacksonville to view organizations or people with startup ideas, and there were presentations. Music was involved. Musical groups were performing to get notoriety and do some fundraising, and it was just. And what we're trying to do, Florida Next, is then working with the One Spark organizers in Jacksonville, hopefully to bring a crowdfunding festival like that to St. Petersburg.
Oh, that'd be incredible. Yeah.
It would be amazing. And and we introduced our chief executive, Ned Pope, took some investors from the Naples area over to Jacksonville last week and went around with them and showed them some of the businesses who were trying to raise money, because there are investors in the state who are just looking for that next creative idea that's going to hit a home run. So that's what we try to link up investors with startup businesses and introduce the idea of crowdfunding, which we're also introducing crowdfunding to our nonprofits. We've done extensive training with our nonprofits on how to get your website mobilized, and how to raise money, and how to do crowdfunding. And we did an impact forum in Naples last fall. The idea was presented by a young woman who had lost her mother when she was in high school, and she explained the grief and how her family didn't have any place to turn, and she wanted to put together a house, a place where families in grief could come and share. And we did crowdfunding for them, and she raised, I think, about $10,000 just through crowdfunding because people believed in her idea.
Well, that's incredible. And Alex, thank you very much for stopping in this morning and letting us know about your new organization, Florida Next Foundation, as well as Give Day Tampa Bay. And keep in touch with me. I'd love to hear from you about what's going on with your organization from time to time. So please stay in touch with me.
Okay, will do.
All right. Thanks, Alex. Take care. If you're just tuning in, that was Alex Sink. She is now with the founder of the Florida Next Foundation. Learn more about them over at floridanext.org, and also their upcoming event on May 5th, Give Day Tampa Bay. Learn more about that over at givedaytampabay.org. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, welcome to Yeager's. We just want to take a minute and show you what we're all about. At Yeager's, our primary business is hardwood flooring, although we are remodelers for kitchen, bath, and general construction. We operate a fleet of shop-at-home vans that have all the flooring-type products: hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, tile, stone, what have you. So we're able to come out first with products in our vehicles and take a look at the setting, how the colors will work, and then to be able to come up with some options and ideas for you. If that's not good enough, we have a large distribution center that we inventory product and have a nice display area.
Premium Haviland products. At Haviland Express Lube, your car's performance is their priority. Plus, your entire purchase is protected by my Make It Right guarantee. Call for your Trustdale deal.
With the first pick in the 2015 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select.
The Bucs are on the clock. Witness the announcement of our number one pick inside Raymond James Stadium at the 2015 Buccaneers official draft party. Presented by Miller Lite. Parking and admission are free with a printed ticket. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, April 30th. Learn more and print your tickets at Buccaneers.com/official draft party. Great beer, great responsibility. Copyright 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This report is brought to you by Account Temps. Account Temps provides salary ranges for more than 375 accounting and finance jobs and an overview of the current hiring environment. Learn more by visiting AccountTips.com/salary center. Account Temps, a Robert Half company.
From the Bright House Network's Traffic Center.
Slow traffic this morning along the Bay Area interstates and across the Bay Area bridges. You want to look out for an accident in Town and Country, Sheldon Road between Hillsborough Avenue and Waters Avenue near West Bay Drive. Also a crash southbound US 19 just north of Drew Street in Clearwater. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Uterwick. Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
Winds, weather center forecast. We'll see high temperatures today in the mid to upper 80s. Rain chance at 30%. We'll start off with sunshine, then clouds pick up and see those afternoon showers pick up as well. Low 70s tonight. Lightning Hockey Night coming up at 7 here on 1250 Winds, WHNZ.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni on 1250 Winds WHNZ. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Meloni.
Welcome back, everybody, to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. Keep in mind, you can catch this show on here weekdays at 8 a.m. here on 1250 WHNZ. And this show is all about our business owners, entrepreneurs, political leaders, and people making a difference in and around the Tampa Bay and regional communities. And so I'd like to invite you over to my website, TampaBayRadio.com, where you can learn more about the show. Also, please help support the show sponsors and help keep the show growing. On the homepage, you'll see a tab for preferred providers. Those are our show sponsors. So please click on the link and see if there's any way any of those people can assist you. And on the homepage, you'll also see a link to our guest network. Everybody that's been on the show, we do stream all the shows live, so we link up their show interviews through my YouTube channel. And there's been a lot of great guests coming through here, and you'll get a lot of great information from the interviews over at TampaBayRadio.com. And listen to me on demand at a number of different sites, too. If you're a podcast enthusiast, you can catch me over on iTunes. We put up all the shows usually within 24 to 48 hours. Just search for That Business Show, and please leave some feedback on the feedback form as well. Help the show grow on iTunes as well. Podcasting, if people that aren't familiar, is actually really starting to take off, and next week is actually the first Florida Festival for Podcasters. I'll be in attendance there promoting the radio show. That's going to be going on the 24th and 25th. I think that's a Friday and Saturday, but that's the Florida Podcasters Festival going on at I think that's the Crown Plaza Hotel. I'm not positive on that, but I am going to be set up over there. But yeah, a lot of people aren't familiar. Podcasting is really starting to take off. So catch me over on iTunes under That Business Show. And also on SoundCloud, I have for all my audio files, and YouTube is where all my videos are. And learn more about the show over at TampaBayRadio.com. Also on the site, you'll notice that I sell real estate. This is my morning gig, and I go from here and I go sell real estate the rest of the day. I'm a nationally ranked broker with Coldwell Banker, number 4 last year in homes sold. So if I can assist you in getting your home sold, please go over to TampaBayRadio.com. Click on the link that says Sell Your Home. Fill out the contact information, puts in information about your home and everything. That'll send me the lead, and then we can get you over a free home valuation and maybe get your home onto the market. If you bought the home in 2012 or later, you've definitely made some money. Values have come up about 20% or so since about 2012, and especially down in the southeast region of Hillsborough County, New Tampa, places of that where the institutional investors are in high demand for homes, turning them, from first-time home buyer homes more into rental homes. But there's been big demand for that as values had been at all-time lows and rents at all-time highs. So again, keep me in mind for selling your home, or if you're just looking to purchase a property, you can connect with me and I'll get you over to one of our buyer agents who work with all of our buyer leads. We get a lot of inquiries on our properties. We carry anywhere between 300 and 400 listings at any given time. So my phone rings a pretty good bit, and I do get a lot of emails, but please contact me. I'll definitely get you in touch with somebody, and always the best way to get me is usually email jamie@tampabayradio.com. Also, on my website, there is a contact form, so feel free to contact me with any real estate-related questions, and also questions about the show. And if you're interested in making an appearance, feel free to reach out to me and give me a quick pitch of what it is that you're doing, and probably put you in the lineup here if you're a fellow business owner and entrepreneur. I've been getting great response from the community, and we got the show booked out for about a month or so. So doing pretty good. And actually, my friend Rick here just told me where the podcast festival is at the Ramada West Shore. It's the 24th and 25th. Yeah, it is the 24th and 25th, but it's the Ramada West Shore for any podcast enthusiasts. So if you have any interest in that, send me a message. I'll get you some more information on that. I didn't really expect to talk about that, so I didn't have all my information lined up on that. But again, that's April 24th and 25th at the Ramada West Shore. It's Working Women Wednesdays here on That Business Show. Again, a weekly feature on Wednesdays here, sponsored by the Working Women of Tampa Bay Group, Jessica Ravelli's very influential networking group. Learn more about them over at workingwomenoftampabay.com. I want to bring on my second guest for the show. Laura Schaefer is the Vice President and Banking Center Manager at C1 Bank. Laura has lived in Tampa since 1979 and is a 1988 graduate of the University of Tampa. Laura is a veteran banker serving the South Tampa market with expertise in retail banking and treasury services. Laura, welcome to the show today.
Thank you very much for having me this morning.
Thank you very much. So first of all, let's talk about C1 Bank. And we were just talking with Alex Sink, the Florida Next Foundation, about Give Day Tampa Bay that's coming up on May 5th. You're also involved with Give Day Tampa Bay, correct?
Yes, we are very big donors. We choose to give our charitable donations to our clients on that day to make a big impact to the community for Give Day Tampa Bay.
All right, very nice. And you're also involved in the community in a number of other places, C1 Bank. We were talking off the air, you're involved with the Rowdies, the Bucks. But talk to me about C1 Bank's community involvement.
Correct. We actually last year, we logged over 1,800 hours in the community. And this year, in particularly in the Tampa Bay market, we are, our COO is the chair of the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk that'll be held October 24th at Amalie Arena. I am the co-chair, and Jimmy Giles, former NFL great, is the honorary chair.
Wow.
So that's a huge event with 18,000 participants.
Yeah, and go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm over at your website and learn more about the bank, c1bank.com. Again, letter C, number 1, bank.com. Talk to me about the history of the bank. This is is this a regional bank? Where are the locations? Is this just in Florida? Talk to me about the history of the bank and where the locations are.
We have 31 locations, all the way from Zephyr Hills down to Miami. The bank was started by an entrepreneur, which is appropriate for today.
Right, and on your website, I see that one of your slogans is the entrepreneurial bank. So you're taking an entrepreneurial approach to banking, but go ahead and continue.
Yep. In 2009, an entrepreneur by the name of Trevor Burgess wanted to come and start a bank. He was a Wall Street banker, and he formed a partnership with other entrepreneurs, a couple Brazilian individuals, and came down to Tampa, Florida, found a bank by the name of Community Bank of Manatee, formed a partnership with a gentleman by the name of Bill Sedgman, who is still with the bank today. He is the chairman of our board. At that time, he purchased Community Bank of Manatee, and the bank was still named Community Bank of Manatee. 2010, we bought another bank by the name of Community Bank. There are so many banks by the name of Community Bank. At that time, we wanted a unique name, and we changed the name to C1 Bank.
C1, is there a meaning behind the C1, or is there
Community first, clients first?
Community first, clients first. Very
Correct.
nice. So talk to me about the advantages of a smaller regional bank versus, the large, big banks that, that are obviously, on the names of all the skyscrapers downtown and everything. Right. So talk to me about some of the advantages that entrepreneurs and just everyday people needing, banking services can obtain through C1 Bank.
C1 Bank actually went public last year, August of 2014. We took the bank public. That hasn't changed our ability to be the number one SBA lender, which is small business lender in this area.
How are you seeing demand from SBA loans? Obviously, that's a loan for the entrepreneurs to get into business ownership and everything. Do you work in that space specifically with the SBA loans?
I am a partner with the SBA lenders. It's very high. Lending in general, the requests are very high. It's been back on the increase with the market turn.
That's good. I just wanted to hear, are we seeing an increase in entrepreneurship? I believe we're in an entrepreneurial revolution that's going to be going on for the next 10 years and stuff, as more people kind of get into this space and get outside of, because we're seeing a kind of a retreat from, working for somebody else and wanting to do our own thing. Right. I think that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this show is to give entrepreneurs a forum to get their message out and everything. So when you mentioned that, I definitely am excited to hear that. But go ahead and
as a small bank, we're able to provide a level of service to our clients that I don't believe a big bank. They get us, they call us, they don't call a 1-800 number. We have our cell phones, our direct numbers, 24/7. The contact is with us. We follow up, and I think that's just something that the big banks don't have.
Now, you've been in banking all your career, correct?
Correct, yes.
Have you always been with C1 Bank, or did you come from other organizations before C1 Bank?
I've been with other organizations, but I've been with C1 Bank since 2010.
Okay, so I take it, and what is your role over there exactly?
I'm the banking center manager.
Banking center manager, and there's 31 locations,
31
correct?
locations.
Okay, and C1 Bank just implemented a living wage pay for their employees.
Yes.
Talk to me about this. Obviously, we're talking about equal pay there on the first part of the show for women, and pay, with the increase, in the cost of living. I mean, that's something to be, a very good talking point for your company. But go ahead, let's hear about this.
In 2014, we also looked at the minimum pay that we were paying our employees, and it was too low. So we made a living wage increase, and the lowest pay that we will pay an employee is $14 an hour. So we increased, it impacted quite a few of our employees because they were making below 14 hours, and we brought everyone's pay to a minimum of $14 an hour. And that's the minimum we bring anyone in to the bank.
And what was the inspiration, the catalyst for that? How did that all come about? Was that something that was done by the board of directors?
It was done by the owner, by the top management.
Was it done to draw in better talent? Was it done more so to just reward the employees?
It was drawn to take care of our talent that we currently have and take care of our employees.
No, that's a great thing that you've done for your employees. I think I don't even know what minimum wage is out there right now. I think it's like 10 or something an hour, but to make $14 an hour, that's great. I know Florida has a high cost of living. I can remember working when I was 16, and minimum wage was $4.25 an hour. That was my first job when I was 16 years old, working for my father. So when I remember I come back my second year and he bumped me up 75 cents to $5 an hour, and I thought I was making tons of money at that time. So, but long ways to come. But that's great to hear that we're seeing such great advances in minimum pay. A lot of people out there, are struggling to make ends meet, and so that's great that C1 Bank has taken a leadership role in instituting a living wage for all its employees. Again, $14 an hour, correct?
Yes, 14.
Okay. And let's talk about some of your locations locally. Where's the strong hold for the bank? Is it in Tampa Bay? Is it in St. Petersburg? Where are most of your locations at?
Our headquarters are in St. Pete. And a majority of our locations are between Tampa and St. Pete. We are moving in the Miami market, down Miami, Fort Myers area. We have a big presence down there as well.
Right. Well, let's take a quick break. But if you're just tuning in, we've been talking with Laura Schaefer. She is the Vice President and Banking Center Manager over at C1 Bank here on Working Women Wednesdays, a weekly feature on That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business.
Are you looking for a local real estate firm that knows the market and has your interests in mind? Then contact Jim McPeak at McPeak Real Estate Firm, a family-owned business whose agents have over 60-plus years of experience in the Tampa Bay market. Many of the agents are military veterans that know the VA process for buying a home and are proud to help our military members in any way they can. From residential to commercial real estate, McPeak Real Estate Firm is here to help. Contact Jim at 813-495-3875 and learn more at McPeakTeam.com.
Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage want you to experience the thrill of one-day underwriting and the comfort in knowing your loans will be clear to close in record time. While the competition looks to a lost closing date, Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage focus on their 12-day clear to close. They do this by utilizing their world-class operations staff to underwrite your loan within 6 hours, process your loan in 12 days, and have your loan closed in time. Underwritten in 6 hours, cleared to close in 12 days. Bud Spriggs and Movement Mortgage.
Hey there, it's Lynn Wise, the founder of Wise Business Advisors and Contractor Business Alliance. I am a certified value builder advisor, and I help business owners build a company that will allow them to have the business that they dreamed of when they started. Why did you go into business for yourself? I'm sure it was not to work 100 hours a week with no work-life balance and no financial freedom. What am I talking about? I'm talking about building a business that provides value to you and your family now and in the future. You can learn about the 8 essential areas of a business that you must build to have a business that can be an asset for your future. Go to wisebusinessadvisors.com and take the Value Builder score. It is free and will deliver your score immediately on how you are doing on building a valuable business for you and your family. Or call me at 772-834-8513 to learn more about the Value Builder system.
In the market for a reverse mortgage? Contact Access Reverse, a local company with personalized service in the Bay Area. Call them at 727-347-0305 or visit accessreverse.com for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. They'll come to your home and speak with you about the best options for your reverse mortgage. Plus, they offer the lowest closing costs. Don't just get a reverse mortgage. Get the right reverse mortgage with Access Reverse. Visit accessreverse.com. NMLS number 4566. Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
This report is brought to you by Sam's Club. With a Sam's Club membership, you get incredible savings every time you shop. Try their tender boneless pork loin or delicious marinated Alaskan Copper River sockeye salmon and 16-ounce package of organic kale salad medley. Join and save. Sam's Club. Life is better in the club. See club for details.
From the Bright House Network's Traffic Center.
Slow traffic this morning southbound Veterans Expressway from Gunn Highway to Waters Avenue due to a wreck at Waters that is off to the side. Also look out for delays northbound 275 across the Howard Franklin Bridge to about West Shore Boulevard. Belcher Road just south of Almerton Road, a reported wreck. See traffic problems, call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Uterwick. Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
Today, warm, 30% chance of rain, high 86. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 72. Tomorrow, a 40% rain chance, high 85.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Meloni.
Welcome back, everybody, to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. You can catch the show on here weekdays at 8 a.m. And again, this show is all about our business owners, entrepreneurs, and people making a difference in and around the Tampa Bay community. Today is Working Women Wednesdays, a weekly feature here on That Business Show, and you can learn more about them over at workingwomenoftampabay.com. Again, this is a weekly feature at 8 a.m. here on 1250 WHNZ. So please tune in each and every Wednesdays as well as every day at 8 a.m. to hear about what people in the community are doing. And this is a show with a positive message. This is not another political talking points show, a news show. This is a positive show about what is right with Tampa Bay and what is right with our region. So please help support the show by tuning in each and every day, by telling people about this show, and by visiting our website, tampabayradio.com, where you can see all of the past shows and also our show sponsors. Click on the Preferred Providers tab. Please help support them. Let them know that you're supporting their business because of their relationship with the show. And also, if you're a fellow business owner or entrepreneur or just somebody in the community who's making a difference, I want to hear from you. Please send me an email, jamie@tampabayradio.com. Even if you don't want to come in and make an appearance, if it's something that you want to just write up and let me know that that's occurring or that it has happened, that is a positive thing that is going on in the community, please send me an email on that, jamie@tampabayradio.com. Be happy to talk about that if I think it's a positive event for the community. So currently talk with Laura Schaefer. She is with C1 Bank, and learn more about them over at c1bank.com. So Laura, let's go back to one of the main talking points for the show, because this is an event that's coming up. But this is Give Day Tampa Bay. We've been talking about it during the first part of the show, but this is an event that's coming up May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, and this is running in conjunction, or put on by the Florida Next Foundation. We had Alex Sink on the first half of the show talking about this, but C1 Bank is also involved in this, and you can learn more about this, givedaytampabay.org. But talk to me again about what Give Day Tampa Bay is.
Yes, Give Day Tampa Bay is a 24-hour charitable donation drive. You can give to a charitable organization. Minimum donation is $25. It will run for 24 hours. You can either give through a mobile app or right on the website of givedaytampabay.org. We are a big proponent of Give Day Tampa Bay. Last year, we were able to help one of our clients, Big Cat Rescue, achieve a huge goal for them and make a large goal that they had for donations. And we will also be involved with Big Give Day again this year.
And the C1 Bank is obviously very involved in the community. We were talking about that on the last segment. But you all are also involved with a lot of the local sports teams. Talk to me about your relationships with the different organizations.
Yes, in Tampa, specifically Tampa Bay, we have a partnership with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So if you want any Bucks logoed items,
right.
You would come to the
We can get the checks printed with like a Buccaneer in the background or something.
Checks printed with Bucks logo.
Very cool.
We are also the official bank of Tampa Bay Rowdies. And in the Miami market, we have a partnership with the Miami Heat. It's a home strong program for the vets. So the military, it's a home strong. It's a program that they give for the military.
Okay, and you're also involved with the Rowdies as well, correct?
The Rowdies, yes, I already mentioned those, and the Outback Bowl.
The Outback Bowl,
yes.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking earlier about the advantages of a small bank and how you feel at home. Talk to me about why you like being at C1 Bank. You're telling me that it's kind of like you can run it like your own business. So
correct.
Tell me a little bit about this.
Basically, we're held to be our own entrepreneurs. So it also helps us if we have entrepreneur business. We're held accountable. We run our banking centers as if it's our own. I am an entrepreneur. I've been given this business to run my own banking center, and I am held accountable. I have goals, and I have a staff. I hold everyone accountable, numbers, and I run it like my own business. If I fail, I fail. Everyone fails.
Right.
If I'm successful, everyone feels that success, and it's very rewarding. It allows me to be a better business person with the business clients, and that's something that you can't do at a big bank. You don't have that freedom.
Right.
And C1 allows me to do that, and it makes me a better person, better business banker.
Mm-hmm. Right, and we were talking earlier about the living wage increase. You bumped all the employees up to $14 an hour. So this sounds to me like it's more of a homely type of bank versus a corporate environment. Would you not say?
Absolutely.
And I'm looking through your marketing piece that's been put out. I see this bank is growing quite nicely. Sixth fastest growing bank in the United States. A lot of new locations open up in 2014. You've even got a mobile app. Number one ranked SBA program in the region, so a lot of accomplishments and everything. So this is the bank, the entrepreneurial's approach to banking, correct?
Yes.
How is
absolutely.
that different from the other banks, though? Tell me a little bit, about why this is that slogan, the entrepreneur's bank, or whatever.
I think we are able to tailor products to meet the needs of a specific client. It's not a cookie cutter every product isn't the same. Even though we may have a product, we're able to, if someone comes in with something that's a little different, we're able to tailor it to meet their needs. Even although we do have guidelines we have to abide by, if someone has something that is a little different, we are able to work with them and help them grow their business, help them start their business, and work with them to make it work.
Right. Well, that's very good information. We'll go ahead and wrap it up here with Laura Schaefer. But I very much appreciate you coming into the studio this early morning. Was this an early start for you? Bankers get up.
No.
What time does the bank open in the mornings there?
We open at 8, but we're always there before that.
And always there before 8 and stuff. So what time do y'all get out of there? About 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock?
No.
The banker's hours and everything?
We're there till well past 6 o'clock. So.
6 o'clock and everything. So, but you get the weekends off and enjoy.
No, we're open on Saturdays.
Oh, you're even open on Saturdays.
We have one office in each market open on a Saturday.
Wow, that's nice to hear. I mean, can't ever get a hold of a banker on Saturday and Sunday. It seems maybe I need to consider coming over to C1 Bank.
You do.
All right. Well, Laura Schaefer, Vice President and Banking Center Manager over at C1 Bank. Which location are you at?
I'm at McDill.
McDill? Yeah.
2302 South McDill.
2302 South McDill. So if you just tuned in there, we were just talking with Laura Schaefer. Thank you very much to Laura Schaefer for chatting with us this morning about C1 Bank. And learn more about them over at c1bank.com. Again, c1bank.com. Got a couple minutes left, so we'll go back through the show and what we talked about today. Again, this is Working Women Wednesdays, a weekly feature here on That Business Show. Opened up with Jessica Ravelli, and we're talking about the importance of equal pay. A lot of people are not familiar with the pay gap that exists with men and women in the workforce. Yesterday being the day in which a woman has to work to make up for the lost wages, if I'm saying that correctly. But the statistics of it is, and this is up on Bay News 9, women working full-time average $39,157 versus $50,033 for a man. That's a 78 cents on the dollar difference there, 78 cents on the dollar, I should say, a ratio. So there's a lot of conversations going on social media right now. So visit all the social media sites. Keep the conversation going by using the hashtag Ask for More and also the hashtag Equal Pay Day, and learn more about the Working Women of Tampa Bay group over at workingwomenoftampabay.com. And on the second part of the show, we were talking with Alex Sink. She is now with the Florida Next Foundation, an organization designed to give entrepreneurs a voice and a forum to get their message, product, or idea or service out to the community. Learn more about them over at floridanext.org and their Impact Forum series that is going on. And also we have on May 5th coming up, Give Day Tampa Bay. That's going to be 24 hours of giving. Talked a lot about that on the show today. That's put on with by Florida Next Foundation in conjunction with a number of sponsors, including C1 Bank. And learn more about that over at givedaytampabay.org. Find an organization that you would like to get involved with, and it's 24 hours of giving that is going to be going on May 5th, and a minimum donation $25, and it's been a great sponsorship event raising money for a lot of great communities in and around the area. givedaytampabay.org. Well, I got to wrap it up, everybody. I will see you all back in here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. here on That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. Have a great day, everybody.